to another episode of Becoming the Product. Happy Monday. I hope your week has started out fine. I am Naya, your host, and in today's episode, I decided to talk a little bit about certain tools that I have been training with that has kept me organized and also efficient as an aspiring product manager. So they're just gonna group them in certain categories because as product managers, what I've come to realize is that there are a lot of tools. I mean, a lot of tools at your disposal. So the key is just to find out what works best for you and try to adapt that to any situation that you are in. So I'm gonna group them into categories and talk about the tools in certain categories. Then we work with what we have. So the first category is collaboration. I've always mentioned that collaboration is key in product management because you tend to work closely with a variety of teams, from your engineers to your designers to your marketers and to your executive. And keeping your team connected and on the same page is very crucial. So for this collaborative category, I've been using Slack and Microsoft Teams. I've been training on those two platforms. The two courses I've been doing, that is what we've been using for our meetings, for our video calls, for our chats. So if you just have something quick to say, you could just chat whoever is in charge of it, or you could quickly have a Slack huddle where you can have a quick call. So this really is really good because it helps keep your team connected and ensures that we're always on the same page. The second category is documentation. Now, as product managers, we need to be able to document all what we are doing. We need to be able to capture ideas, track progress, and be able to share that information easily and clearly. So I use a combination of tools for this, and the first one is Notion. Notion is something that I just started using this year, in 2023, sorry, and it has been a game changer. There are a lot of things you can do on Notion. I use it to write out my personal roadmaps. I use it to create my website. I use it to track things that I'm doing. And now, as a product manager, you can use it to collaborate with your team and share documents and information. So it's a good tool to create and organize your documents. Another one I use very well is Google Docs. I feel it's underestimated, I swear, because it's very good for collaborative editing. You can just create a document and share the link with your team, and everybody can be on it to do what they're expected to do. And we have one document that we're using to track. And just recently, one of the classes I did when we were doing our PRDs, we used this platform called aha.io. Now, it's very good because there are a variety of templates you can use there to just edit it to your liking. But the thing with Ahado.io is that their free version is just 30 days, I think, after which you need to pay for a plan. So if you just want to use it to have a feel of how certain things should work, like just understand the templates, is very good for you. If not, you could find another option that works best for you. The third category is time management. Now, as product managers, you have a lot of things to do on a daily basis. And if you don't manage your time well, you tend to burn out and miss out on priority situations. So, one thing I use is Google Calendar. It has kept me like in line with all my schedules, with all my meetings, with all my classwork. You're able to time block the hours you have in a day. You can schedule your meetings there. You can time block on the calendar so you can do some serious work. It just helps you keep you like manages your time very well and keeps you more efficient. So Google Calendar is it. Then we have task management. Now the thing with task management is that it's just to keep your roadmap, to be able to visualize your roadmap and ensuring that your development is on track. So it shows everybody's task and everybody what they're meant to do. So when you go there, you know that yes, this is what I'm supposed to achieve with this. You're able to use it to manage your team properly. So for task management, I use both Notion and Trello. Notion helps me to create detailed roadmaps with timelines, dependencies, while Trello is good for visualizing. It's like a Kanban board. When you go on the board, you just know right up what you're supposed to do, and it helps manage tasks effectively. Sorry. Another category is wireframing and prototyping. Now, when I first of all started product management, when I saw wireframe, I thought that nah, it's for the product designers. But as I've entered into the courses, you are expected to at least know basics when it comes to wireframing, and it has been hard for me. I won't lie. But as usual, I've tried to find out ways that work best for me and make it easier for me to achieve what I'm meant to do. So wireframing and prototyping helps communicate your product vision, as it helps you create visual representation, and people tend to respond better to visual aids than actual just talking about it. So what has helped me, especially in the last prototype I built, was Canva and Visily. Canva is underrated. You can do basically anything on Canva, and it's also collaborative. You can collect a link and create a link, sorry, and share it with your team members, and all of you can work on a particular product. So what I do is that on Canva, you could get a variety of templates with regards prototypes. It could be a mobile application and all. And I just use that to brainstorm and map out how we want each screen to look like. So we share that link with your team members. Everybody works on Canva. So when we've gotten an idea of how we want it to use, Visly.ai, another application that I found, is you can convert those screenshots on Canva to actual wireframes. And you can continue working on it on Visily, or you can export it to Figma and continue there. So these tools have just made wireframing a lot easier for me, even though I am still learning Figma on the side. But right now, just to at least have a grasp on how it's supposed to look like, Visily, Canva, Visily, and Figma together has worked great wonders for me, because I already have a template I'm working on. So just editing the wireframes on Figma or Visily, it's easier to handle from there. So I use all that to help me with my wireframing and my prototyping. The next category is user research. Now, understanding your user research is important to you building successful products. It helps you gather information that makes you make informed decisions about product features and how to improve your products. And for now, the user research tool I have been using is Google Forms. So it helps just create questions that you want your users to answer. It also helps with when you're collecting the results, it can give you visual representations. You have the graphs, you have the pie charts, or you can even export to Excel and continue your analysis from there. So Google Forms is also a very good user research tool. The next segment is business analysis. Now, as product management, I didn't think all these were necessary, but in my training, I've been made to understand that you should have basic knowledge of all this. So, for business analysis, um, it helps you manage your tasks, such as mapping out workflows and processes. And the tool that I have been training with is Lucid Charts. On Lucid Charts, it helped me create professional diagrams with regards business process modeling notation, graphs, and flow charts, and also use case modeling. So all this I've been able to practice using Lucid Charts, and as usual, there are lots of templates there, so you just pick out the one you want and work with it. The next category, the last category, is retrospective tools. Now, the retrospective tools is just to help you brainstorm and generate creative ideas with your team. Instead of using pen and paper, you could just create like a whiteboard, and everybody puts down their thoughts on a sticky note, kind of, if you're not um, in an office. In this case, I'm talking more of a remote setting now. So you could use Figma. Figma has a variety of whiteboards that you could just create, and everybody collaborates on it. You could use Miro as well. So these are the two tools I've been using to visually map out ideas and connections with my team remotely. So these are just a few tools that I find invaluable as a aspiring product manager. And I believe that when you've been able to locate the right tools, it helps you streamline your workflow. It helps you improve your communication with your team, and ultimately helps you build better products. So I just encourage you to look at all the options. Like I said initially, there are a lot of tools. Just look at the variety of tools that you have at your disposal. Experiment with all of them and find out the tools that work best for you and your team. So, thank you so much for sticking with us to the end of the episode. And as usual, I love your feedback. I also want to know what tools you've been using or you've been training with. And I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good week.